Alright, YouTube, what's going on? Time for my newest video. So today, what I want to talk about is... It's going to be kind of hard to talk about it because I don't want to go into the exact details. It's some very personal stuff. But it's something that me and my mom have been going back and forth on, kind of arguing about. And I've been very, very resistant to her suggestion. It's been going on for like a few years. And she keeps on pushing it. You know what I mean? And every time she does, I get more and more angry. And now I hate the conversation so much that it makes her suggestion more and more. Like, I'm just resisting it because she's been pushing it. I'll give you the details. She wants me to date this particular girl. Leave it at that. And the more she brings it up, the more I reject it and resist it, and the more I don't want to see her. And it puts me in a state where I start seeing my mom in a certain way. I start to have a really negative view of my mom. And she's very frustrated with me. And I would say that this past weekend, I started to see things from her perspective a little bit more. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to date that girl, but just had a little bit more empathy for where she's coming from. And I realized that part of it is because of some things that I haven't necessarily been very open with her about. And, you know, the whole time this dynamic has been happening, I've always seen her as the problem, and I just want her to leave me alone. But I also see how me being very guarded and reserved in many ways and not being open with her about certain things, how that has it's obviously had a negative effect on our communication and her understanding of what I want. And it's also made it harder for me to even pursue the things that I want. Because I feel like I have these secrets. And at some point this week, I'm planning to speak with her. You know, in the past, many times I've really lost my temper over similar conversations. And I think that if I just open up about a few other semi-related things, that at least I'm giving her a little bit more information and opening it up for myself, you know? Where, you know, even if she rejects this approach, which she could, you know, I don't know what she's going to do. And if you're watching this, which you're probably not, Mom, I love you very much. Whoever's watching, understand that I love my mom very much. And she's wonderful. But, you know, we've had our disagreements. And I think, really the point of this video is the importance of like radical honesty. Because these are certain things that I've sort of kept to myself for a long time now. And so it's so easy to look at relationships and see how the other person is maybe acting in ways that are upsetting to you. But I also think it's very important to look at the ways that you are harming the relationship. What role do you play? What lies have you told? Is there something you don't really feel comfortable opening up about? Because it's not always easy to express the truth. A lot of times you don't even know what the truth really is. It's a weird thing about human beings. A lot of times you don't even know the truth about yourself. Or it's more like you kind of know it, but you also have this other thing, this other like belief, and they sort of contradict each other. And so one belief sort of masks the other. And then it takes a conversation with somebody else or some sort of insight to where you realize this dynamic. And so I'm planning to, again, talk to my mom, and hopefully we'll be able to smooth things over. We'll see what that does. See what that does for me. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is a very vague video. It seems like it was. But I think having a commitment to the truth, regardless of what you want the truth to be. A lot of times we believe that something is true and we hold on to it so dearly, and we never really challenge a belief. As part of what I'm listening to an audiobook, also on YouTube, of a book by Jed McKenna. It's called Spiritual Enlightenment, the Darndest Thing, or the Damnedest Thing, whatever it is. And it's been a very interesting book so far. And he talks about how spiritual enlightenment is only about a commitment to seeking the truth. And, part of the most recent part I just listened to, where he says everybody is full of shit. And enlightenment is about going within and identifying the shit. Identifying beliefs that we hold on to and that run our lives that aren't true. And it's a process. It's a continuous process. Because there's always another layer. There's always the next truth, the next little belief, the next thing in your mind that's holding you back, that you need to identify and let go of. So, I don't know. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you for listening, and have a beautiful day,